So this is section 1.5, number 8. It's asking, or it's saying, given f of x equals 1 over x, find this difference quotient. The delta x, that's just a symbol you put in there. It's kind of, you treat it like a variable. We're plugging in 1 plus delta x. It's just like plugging in 1 plus p to our function f. Well, our function f is 1 over x. So this is what it will look like. Instead of writing f of 1 plus delta x, instead of writing that out, you're going to write this out, 1 over x, except for instead of writing x, you're going to write 1 plus delta x. You're just making a substitution. So we have 1 over 1 plus delta x, right? Because you plugged that part in for the x. Oops. Minus f of 1, that's just 1 over, and you plug in a 1 there, all divided by delta x. Okay, great. Now I have 1 over 1 plus delta x minus 1 over 1. I want to try and simplify this. I don't know if I can, but we'll see. The only thing that I can think of right now is getting a common denominator in the top. So I'll do that by multiplying both the top and bottom by 1 plus delta x. Right? That's just multiplying by 1. This is just the quantity 1. It's a fancy way of saying that. And what do we have? We have 1 minus, you distribute this, but it's a negative 1. We're distributing the negative 1. So careful with that. Maybe you say plus a negative, right? Subtraction is just adding a negative. That way you distribute the negative 1. So we get negative 1 minus delta x, all over the common denominator of 1 plus delta x divided by delta x. I'll simplify the numerator of the first fraction, and I'll also make this into a fraction. So I have 1 minus 1 goes away, negative delta x over 1 plus delta x, and then I'll flip the second one and multiply. When I'm multiplying, put the quantities in fractions, or I mean in parentheses, yeah? If I'm multiplying fractions, I multiply straight across the top, straight across the bottom. So I have negative delta x over 1 plus delta x times delta x. There's only multiplication in there, so this and this cancel, leaving negative 1 in the top, 1 plus delta x. That's what all this is. It simplifies to that. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that pretty? No? Yeah, well, I'm done.